Ladies and gentlemen, people of everywhere, this is Jeremy with Lift Adventures, and you are watching Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, the most awkward start to any of these. I love it. Today, I am super excited to have a awesome guest of a really cool channel on. This is Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour. Way it works is you guys ask questions to my special guest. You run the show. Everything is run by you guys, so make sure you ask the questions so that we can ask them and have fun and just seriously not serious and just shoot the breeze of mountain biking and all that kind of stuff. Real quickly, if you guys would, if you enjoy everything here and you want to see more of these, make sure you guys go down and hit that subscribe and like button. And if you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon and it is down in the link below. So I am super excited. I've been talking to this guy for a while now and had this planned out and super excited. He's got a really cool channel. I have on Edward from the Duke of MTB, the Duke. And thank you so much, man, for coming on.
Hello, everybody. It's Ed.
Appreciate you coming on, man. And start it off. Tell me. Actually, I first want to know, where'd you come up with the Duke of MTB? Are you a Duke?
No,
You're not a Duke. Okay, cool.
not a Duke of anything.
Oh,
It's,
darn, okay.
but there is a story to it. I was invited to be like a guest, like host at this radio station when I was in college.
Yeah.
And they told me that I had to make up a name to use, like DJ something, right?
Yeah,
so it was DJ Duke. And after that, I just kept using it on everything, gamer tag in video games or username and this and that. And then I was like, okay, the Duke of MTB.
That's cool.
Now when I think back, I'm like, maybe it should have been like Ed and Corey's MTB Adventures or something.
Hey, it's cool. It's cool. Dude,
Yeah.
You're the Duke. You can,
Yeah.
like, you know, when you go out and you get real famous, you can get a crown. No, that's not. Dukes don't wear crowns. Yeah, they didn't they?
I don't know. Maybe. I think so. With a little like mountain biker dude logo.
Yeah, there you go. Just get just a trashy, like, mountain bike rim or something like that made into a crown.
Yeah.
Like that or
And it's
something.
so weird when somebody like spots me. They're like, "Oh, the Duke! Hey,
It's the Duke!
And it like takes me a second. Wait, what?
Yeah. Do they make
Oh,
fun
me?
of you on that name ever?
No.
No, you don't get that?
But I have one funny story where I was at Ray's indoor bike park in Ohio one time, and this guy, we started talking about YouTube channels, and then he started teasing the name of Boostmaster. What's his name again now?
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan Boostmaster. And then he's like, man, some of these channel names, this one guy calls himself Jordan Boostmaster. How pretentious, nah. Corey comes up, and he's like, oh, you guys are talking about YouTube channels? He's got a YouTube channel too, the Duke of MTV. I'm like, damn it. Because I was going to try and like start defending like Jordan Boostmaster. Like, you got to go over the top with the name because YouTube channel, nah. And then just, there you go. I'm the Duke of MTV.
Well, the thing is, you make a good name and everybody questions it, but they remember you. So,
Yeah. It's memorable than just like something adventures.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like 50 other MTB adventure channels.
Yeah.
With that
I
name up there.
don't even have MTB in mind, and everybody. I've had one person think it was like lifted cars, like lifted trucks, all four-wheel, and all that kind of stuff. No, but
I don't know why I kept reading it as Lift Dad Adventures.
Lift Dad Adventures.
Because there's like dad MTB channels out there, so
there are.
that's
Crashing
been
Dad
stuck
and
in
all
my
that
head.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few.
Well, everybody who is on, we're growing numbers. We got Run Bike Mike on. Mike is on. What's up, buddy? Get some questions out. The way this works is you guys run the show. So you ask a question. If I'm talking and it's nothing really important, I'll cut myself off and ask your questions. If Ed here is talking, I will not cut him off. I'm not rude normally. So we'll continue it with that. But so what got you to decide to make? I mean, you have a good YouTube channel. Like, it's not just
thanks.
just riding around POV and all that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's a legit channel. You got your wife on there.
Yeah.
And I love that part, the family thing. That's just kind of cool.
Yeah.
What got you into decide to start a YouTube channel?
It's all my wife's fault.
It's all your wife's fault. Normal thing to say. Yeah.
So it's kind of like OCD that went out of hand because it started with we were gonna go on a trip to Canada, Alberta. We have friends and family there. We're gonna hang out there and ride our bikes. And Corey was like, "Hey, you should get a GoPro." And she kept insisting for like months before the trip. She goes like, "You gotta get a GoPro. You gotta get a GoPro so we can record the cool rides and we can post something on Facebook." And I was like, I've tried this before, right? With like borrow somebody's camera and trying to record something, and it always turned out so bad. And I was like, look, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna buy this camera, we're gonna record some stuff and watch it, and we're gonna look slow and dumb. So we're not buying a camera, but eventually she did convince me. I got the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make it look as best as I can.
Yeah.
So we recorded everything and acted it as, and I like recorded myself saying stuff as if I've always had a channel or something. And I just started editing this video after the trip, and I just kept trying to make it awesome.
How long ago did you start it?
Oh man, it's got to be almost 3 years now.
Wow.
So it was just like I just wanted to make the videos, like if I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it good. And then I just posted it on YouTube. And then I just made a second one and a third one and started making adventures and kept going.
Yeah, you've definitely been, I mean, you're not slow. I'm here in Florida, and my first like POV videos were actually slow. It was very boring, and I'm kind of embarrassed, but it's okay. Okay, so first question is from the Shed. It's one of our buddies. So who got who into mountain biking, or did you guys start together?
We full on started together. I was like one day before I introduced mountain biking to my wife. So that's practically at the same time.
That's awesome. So yes, we were talking about your wife, and your wife's name is
Corey.
Corey. I was going to say Corey. I was making sure. She is tired and will not be on the show tonight because she is a working person, a normal person. And
just came off of a 12-hour shift, so good luck convincing her to sit here another hour and not be doing exactly what she wants to do.
She can watch this later on and answer any questions you guys may have. So let's see. What is your favorite trail? Run Bike Mike is asking. What's your favorite trail?
It's like just in general, out of all the trails we've ever ridden.
Let's start with whatever trail you've already ridden.
Yeah. Okay. Man, that's a tricky one. I wish it was more specific, like just in Michigan or like the whole planet.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. Then we'll do that one.
All right. Favorite trail. Let's see. Maybe Overflow in Copper Harbor.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one.
What about local then?
Local.
Actually,
DT Energy Trail is easy.
First, why do you like the first one? Why do you like what did you say, Copper Harbor?
It's just got everything. It looks amazing. The view's great. Beautiful berms, some hard steep stuff, and it's not too far. After that, I'd probably just say freaking everything in Pisgah because we go there all the time, 2 to 3 times a year now. At this point,
that's not too far from me. So you'll have to let me know next time you go down, and I'll meet up with you guys. So
yes,
awesome. So you're in Michigan.
Yep, Flatland.
Flatland. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you told me that today, Michigan. I'm like, there's nothing there, is there?
Yeah, there's a whole like. If you want to be really good at XC, there's a ton of that stuff here. But if you want to learn how to jump and you live in Southeast Michigan, it's going to be really difficult. 3 years in, and we're having a rough time learning to jump. Drops is, you just got to have the courage and send it, hope for the best. Jumps are a little bit more involved. They require a lot of practice.
Yeah. So what are you guys riding? What bikes are you guys riding now?
Right now, I got a new bike, Commensal Meta TR. Nice. The new one, love it. New school Geo, very different from my Remedy. And Corey's still on the extra small Canyon Spectral for women. Okay. It hasn't changed since I think 2018. So she has the 2018 model, almost the same as the one that they have now. No change at all.
Small, huh?
Yeah.
She's short.
Very. 4'11".
4'11". Oh,
that's why she gets up after every crash. I don't know if you've seen how in the videos, like in almost every video, she has a crash. Some of them are really bad.
Or a couple times ago, she hit pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what's the? There's a bird a tropical bird or a bird overseas, and it perches on the cliffs, and it pushes its babies out, and they just bounce all
Yep.
over. She's one of those birds. She's
Yeah, she
bounces.
just gets back up like an unstoppable Terminator and
That's
goes and
awesome.
tries and hit it again.
That's
I
totally
crashed
cool.
once, I got a bruised rib.
That's totally cool. So, if you have a person who's just starting off to see your channel, that you want them to watch your channel, what would you tell them your channel's about?
It's about a couple that just goes on adventures. We just ride and have fun, and it's not about trying to be the fastest or even the coolest.
Yeah.
It's just about the adventure.
Yeah.
Just going out there having fun.
Only
How to
mountain
do
biking?
Strava. Yeah, just mountain biking. Occasionally I do a video here and there, like a how-to,
Yeah.
or maybe a review. Probably gonna be doing more of that in the winter. But mostly it's just our adventures, just mountain biking.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll put a rock climbing video in or something, just to be just one different video. I don't know.
Yeah. So you rock climb too? Okay.
Not a lot. It's just something like when we're bored in the winter and we don't feel like driving to Ohio to go to the Raisendor Bike Park so that we can actually ride our bikes. Then maybe we will to go. I don't know, trampoline jumping or something, rock climbing, so anything physical.
That was awesome. Shoshed, Ed already told. You want to say again how you came up with the Duke name?
It was after becoming a guest on a radio show in college. They asked me to come up with a name that kind of comes from my name, Edward, and it had some of the same letters, Duke, Edward. I don't know. I made a connection there, and I just stuck with that for everything. Video games.
What kind of music were you
username?
DJing?
It was just pop stuff. I mean, it was a pop radio station, so it was just whatever was popular at the time.
How long ago was that?
Oh man, now 12 years ago.
12 years ago. Okay. So it wasn't the 90s or anything like that.
No.
That would have been awesome. We played Barbie Girl all the time, and what's the Blue song? Eiffel.
Oh yeah, no, it's Eiffel 65, and they had the song titled "Blue," I think.
Yeah. That was my favorite
That was
song
still
back
pretty
then.
popular when I was
They're still
doing the
playing.
DJ thing.
I saw on a commercial the other day. It was a security system.
Mm-hmm.
The company's called Blue, and they played that song for it, and it was amazing. My wife
That
and I
music's
were laying in
timeless
bed
now.
listening to it, and we're like, "Oh, the '90s,
The good old days, yeah.
good times." So, where do you see your channel going to in the future? Is it going to stay pretty much? I mean, it's not really. You do POV, but it's more of a vlogging POV. Wouldn't you call it?
It's more like some people have figured it out. Like there was a comment recently that said, "Oh, am I the only one that noticed that the trail wasn't the highlight of the video?" And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the point. Like some people might think that, oh, I'm reviewing trails one by one or something, but no, it's all about the adventures on the trails. Because I'm not like, oh, this trail was made in 1961 and it has this and that. No, it's mostly like, hey, let's hit that.
It's just an adventure going out and having fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hopefully one day we can, like, my dream is to take Corey like all over the world riding and just record her reacting to them doing her thing. And I just happen to be there, do a little narration on the side, but mostly it's about her, I think, to me at least.
Have you thought about bringing out her own channel or?
No.
No.
She wants to do the riding part, and it's like she doesn't want to do anything else that that's any more than just put it on the camera on her forehead and a mic, and she usually forgets it's there. Yeah. So with the way she's acting when she's riding, that is exactly how she is. She doesn't remember that there's people watching. So when she's saying stuff and reacting, that is just 100% Corey. There's no like, oh, I have to act a certain way because this is going to be on video. There's none of that.
I was wondering the other day, I was watching one of your videos, and I was looking at her because you have a camera somewhere, but whenever you're in your perspective, I don't see a camera on her. Where's this camera?
Yeah, so she has a 360 camera right on the forehead. It's the Insta 360 1X, so the lenses are just opposite each other.
Yeah.
So it just gets everything above her head and everything below her head, below this spot here, puts it together, and you don't see that camera. It would be basically just a black dot there.
It's so weird.
Some people think it's a drone. I'm just flying a drone in front of her face.
I knew it wasn't a drone. I mean, it looks like that way, but it also looks like a pole, but there's no pole. It's right there on the visor.
Yeah, it's right under her visor, but just past it, so you get everything on top of the visor. It's
Wow.
just a really cool effect. I tried it with a GoPro Max, does not work. So I'm just warning anybody that's going to spend money to try this to get that shot right now.
That's cool.
It because they're offset lenses. So what's going to happen is the top of your head is going to be over here, and your face is going to be over here. It's going to be really weird.
No, not a good idea.
Yeah,
So,
no.
Punisher 911 is asking, how do you like the new grips?
Love him, dude. Thanks for the gift. He gave us custom grips with laser etching. One for
Really?
Corey that says "Yeah Boy" on it on the clamps.
She does say that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because she always says that. And then on mine it says the Duke of MTB. They're
That's
great.
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Well, so the Punisher 911 is sending out grips. Is that what he's doing?
Oh no, he's a friend and he gave it to us as a
Okay.
gift.
I was gonna say, well, hey, you're on the channel, man. This is, well, I accept gifts, but let's see.
Everybody gets the grip.
You get a grip. You get a grip. Everybody gets a grip. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you got it.
Okay, the Shred Shed is asking, what was your progression with editing? What program did you start with, and what do you use now?
I started with Adobe Premiere just because I've always been an Adobe guy since like the early 2000s with Photoshop and everything.
Yeah.
And then now I'm kind of stuck with it because of the 360 stuff. The Insta cameras, you can load up the 360 footage straight onto Premiere and edit it straight from there and change the direction of. So you don't have to do it through your phone and then render it and put it on again. Then you lose quality.
Yeah.
I think I just got a little too technical, but yeah, it's Premiere Pro. All right.
Nice.
Because of the 360 stuff.
Have you progressed a whole bunch, like since you started your channel, and you learned a lot, or did you know most of the stuff before you started?
I've always kind of had a knack for this kind of stuff because I've just kind of been a computer nerd since I was a little kid. But yeah, there's definitely progression. Like if you watch the old videos, the audio quality isn't as good, the color grading isn't as good, and you know, there's no transitions, a lot of sudden cuts. I avoided music mostly, like the playing, because that just adds complexity. It's like, when do you start the song? When do you end the song? How do you transition from this song to that song? So basic stuff, actually, really hard.
Yeah, I started when I first started. Not that my videos were any good or anything, but I got complaints about putting music to the POV. They want to hear the tire and everything on the ground.
Yeah. So if you see music in one of my videos, it's because I'm compensating for something. Usually it's because if I added music to a video, it's because I think, like, I've watched it so many times and maybe I just got bored.
Yeah.
But it's because I feel like, oh, it's not as exciting. So I add music that like makes maybe your pulse go up so that it will feel more exciting, or it'll feel faster if I'm riding slow.
Yeah.
So if you notice, 75% of the videos don't have music. It's if I add music, it's because like I'm trying to make the video better somehow.
You're giving your trade secret away right now.
Yeah, it's in the music. It makes epic things even more epic.
That's hilarious. So have you guys done any races or anything? You travel around. I mean, you're up in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Come down to Pisgah all the time. That's a pretty decent drive, though, eh?
Oh, yeah. So far, our range has been, if it's within a 10-hour drive, we're going to do it. So Snowshoe, Boyne, UP, believe it or not, still Michigan. Copper Harbor is 10 hours away, just like Pisgah is 10 hours away each way. Wow. So we just stay within that radius, and eventually we'll start spreading out. Like, you know, it's expensive to spread out further than that.
Now, how often do you guys get out and go ride?
So on a typical month with regular work schedule, it's going to be, you know, twice a month. But then when summer comes along, about every month or so, we take a week off work just to go on a trip and ride. So yeah, roughly a couple of times a month, maybe if there's an extra day sometime in the middle of the week. It seems like we ride every day, but no, it's just I have a backlog of footage and I just keep putting those out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Shred Shed is asking or saying for you to go to Bentonville. It might be that range.
Oh my God, I want to go there. I have to go there.
That might be 10 hours from you.
I think I Googled it once. I think it's closer like 14. Oh. So, but we will eventually start spreading out. I think next year, Vermont's in the thing. If Canada opens up, because we can cross over through Canada
Yeah.
and then it's a 9.5 hour drive. So it's got the criteria part down.
Have you guys done any races or anything?
Oh yeah. You just asked that a second ago. Forgot about it. Sorry. No, we focus on the fun. Corey hates pedaling, and we just wanted to send. So it's just probably not going to be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see ourselves, because if like I'd be willing to do it, but Corey wouldn't, and I kind of don't like doing videos without her in it. It's just the ride isn't complete without Corey. It's more fun when we're both riding together.
So that's totally cool that you want to bring her in. She has to be. Do you feel she makes your YouTube channel your YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, she is the secret sauce.
Yeah.
She's the secret sauce. Without her, I'd be just a boring guy just riding. Okay, now I'm on this trail and I'm turning left now. I'm like right now, maybe I'm a little more on the jolly side because I'm home and comfortable.
Yeah.
But I get like really self-conscious when I'm recording, and Corey's herself, in her natural habitat and everything. So it's just like she makes it exciting. Otherwise, I'd just be narrating like some boring old dude.
She forgets that the camera's on her, I think you said.
Yeah, she completely forgets. I have to filter out a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. You could her mouth sometimes. Like if you guys have seen the video and you think it's bad, it's worse. It's worse than that.
That's awesome. Do you love that then? I mean, you told me you had some people who, complained.
Yeah, they're like, her voice, or she's too rowdy, or or like they don't appreciate the language. But it's like different channels, different flavors. There's thousands of flavors out there. You got to find the flavor that's right for you.
Appreciate the Filipino speaking, or
no, her, because she's like F this, F that, son of a this. If she can't hit a feature,
well, there's plenty of channels
mother
out there
effing
that
this,
do that all the time. So
I'm Mr. Clean Cut, straight arrow, and she's like potty mouth, and I think it's a nice balance. It works out.
That's awesome. Now, your channel, for people who haven't seen, you do a lot of you guys are both Filipino, and you guys both have bilingual stuff in your channel. I think that kind of sets you apart too.
She'll just randomly start speaking a different language, and I have to add subtitles.
What do you? Sometimes she mixes English and in
a single sentence. Yeah.
What do you call that? Spanish and English, you call it Spanglish, but Philingish.
No, you know what? There is a term, and it's slipped my mind right now. Taglish. Tagalog in English. Taglish. Yeah.
Is that what the language is called?
It's originally they called it Tagalog, but then like the official like version that's used on news and at schools is just now called Filipino. So Tagalog is like the country version, and then Filipino is the Good Morning America.
Yeah,
like all professional and stuff.
Filipino.
Yeah, it's a bit more posh, I guess.
So how long have you guys been riding your bikes? I mean, mountain biking.
3 years. It's just
so you
started a few years. Yeah, like as soon as we got real bikes and not Huffies, because we started on Huffies and already thought riding green trails. We thought it was the most exciting thing ever.
Oh yeah.
2 months later, you were mortgaging your house, selling your car. It was like, I kid, like no, it never got that bad. But yeah, as soon as you discover it, 2-3 months later, you're buying a super expensive bike.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and now we've been hooked for 3 years straight.
That's awesome. Do you guys do any other type of riding, or is it just mountain biking?
Just mountain biking. Like it would be cool to try other stuff, but like when I'm not riding, I am either just working or editing, and there's not a lot of in between.
Yeah.
Watching TV shows or something, like sitting around, not doing something productive. Oh.
So what do you guys do for work?
Oh, my wife's a nurse, and I'm self-employed. I do flooring.
That's awesome.
You didn't expect that, right?
No, I didn't.
Nobody. I'm a flooring guy that
cool.
also happens to be a tech nerd.
That's still hey. That is you. It's awesome. But
yeah,
your wife's a nurse. What kind of nurse is she?
She works at a nursing home.
Nursing home. Okay. That's
but she is a 4-year BSN, but she just prefers the schedule there. So it's like she's never going to the hospital because we want those mountain bike trips.
Yeah, there you go.
She can just take a week off pretty easily.
That's a respectful job. She's taking care of our most loved ones. That's
Oh,
totally cool.
she's legit. When there's crashes, like I've never gotten any of this stuff on video, but if somebody crashes on a trail 50 feet away, she sprints to that person. And it's happened so many times. And she doesn't explain anything. She just starts like checking everything, like checking in the joints, checking for swelling, anything broken. Doesn't explain anything. And the people are looking at her like, I'm like, honey, like you should at least mention you're a nurse so they don't.
She's the
You
Hobbit.
just sprinted
She
from
just
over
appeared
there
out of
to
a tree.
here.
She appeared out of a tree and is just she's the trail hobbit, and she takes
Yeah,
care of
like
you.
this one lady thought, like, is she gonna kidnap my daughter now? She like gave him a really weird look because my wife just like comes to save the day like a superhero. She's a legit nurse. If I'm at a hospital, I want her to take care of me.
That's so
'Cause
cool.
It's not about the pay. It's about she wants to take care of people.
That's what's up. That's exactly
It helps
awesome.
too when you're a mountain biker and you need
yeah.
first aid like right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've needed that a couple times, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, you're gonna have to go to the emergency room." Oh,
No, I got a Corey. I'm good.
bro, I sliced my
Point at
leg
least.
up. I sliced my leg up this summer at my parents' house, and everybody is freaking out. Oh, he's gonna have to have stitches. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, take him to the hospital now. My wife is the only one that's like, everybody, shut up. Let's figure out what's going on first.
So
and
your
make
wife's
sure
a
it's
nurse
okay.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's like
she's not
all
a
your
nurse. She's not a
neighbors.
nurse.
It's like
But she could be.
every guy is a contractor, it seems.
Yeah.
And then all the ladies are nurses.
That's
It's
why
like,
they
that
make the
guy's
best moms.
His wife is a nurse. That guy's a plumber, and his wife is a nurse. It's like,
That's awesome. No, that's why they're the best moms, and they're best. They're better than us at everything. So you're a tech nerd. Are you a tech nerd on your bike also? Do you have it custom out and pimped out and all that kind of stuff?
yes. People that follow the Instagram account might have seen my garage.
Yeah.
Mix OCD, tech nerd, and bike nerd together. It's gonna end up into something.
What's your favorite
gonna be
thing
something.
on your bike?
My brakes.
Your
My
brakes?
brakes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Punisher 911 was asking about brakes, but I think he was talking about your wife. But what kind of brakes do you have?
Maguras. I have Magura MT7s.
Yeah.
Corey's got MT5s.
I have the
practically the
MT5s.
same thing. Yeah.
They're awesome, dude.
Don't tell anybody, but the HC3 levers work on them.
Do they really?
They do. So I bought the MT7s for the HC3 levers, but before I put them on my MT7 brakes, I tried it on my wife's brakes, and guess what? They freaking work. So
They say they don't fit.
They say they don't. I've asked them many times. I even mentioned in comments, and they're like, "No, it doesn't." And then I'm like, "Oh, okay," but it does.
Because
It
I
works
want
on
those.
all the Magura brakes, by the way.
I want those.
Yeah, they're great. It's once you try the Magura brakes with the HC3 levers, you're not going to want anything else. I'm telling you right now.
Birthday coming up this month.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to be asking for.
They're amazing levers, and you can adjust the leverage. So if like one feels a little spongier than the other one, you know how that's on like SRAM or Shimano brakes. You can make it so they feel the same. That's like brake nirvana.
I think my wife's probably watching it. Dana, I want that for my birthday.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, so yes, Punisher saying your wife has a unique front brake that causes OTBs.
Yes, she does.
And there's that whole bouncing, doesn't hurt herself. So what goes on there? Every video she's crashing, is she just balls to the wall, take it, and just go?
A lot of the time, it's not even like because of the feature. She'll hit a jump, land it just fine. She'll hit a big drop and land and crash 2 seconds later because she slams her front brake. She always brakes with both hands. She's always done that for years.
And
since
she's
she was
always
a
made a
kid.
comment about it. Oh, what the big the roll off drop you did. It had the drop next to it, and then the roll down. She hit her front brake as she's going down.
Yep. So she's like nose wheeling down stuff sometimes. It's just she's always done it all her life like that. She's never separated, oh, this is the front brake, this is the rear brake. It's always been, oh, I want to slow down, I hit both. But you don't want to do that when you're turning or right after you landed on a drop and you haven't prepared yourself by leaning back. So some people say, "Oh, switch her brakes." Well, that's not gonna fix. She's
No,
slamming
she's still
both.
doing it. She's doing both.
So on her hardtail, yeah, they think it's an issue because she's getting confused with the thing. No, like no, she slams both. Switching it is just gonna make it worse on the occasion that she actually wants to use a rear brake, and it's gonna turn out to be the front. So on her hardtail, I took out the front brake, and now she's actually, that's like the best way to break the habit is to take the choice away.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
like,
say, I know a guy that has no front brakes.
yeah. So I removed it, and now she's actually more conscious about her front braking on her full suspension, to the point now where she's just skidding down the trail because now she's only using the rear, which was my problem when I first started. I stayed away from that front brake like the plague.
Well, there's always a way to break the habit, and that might be it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's working. Hopefully she'll start crashing less because
I can't keep.
I have a heart attack there every other freaking day.
I can't stop thinking about these brakes.
You're thinking HC3, gotta buy them now.
I'm like, hey, can we get off so I can
Order these brakes real quick?
Get on these brakes and check out all that kind of stuff. So, what's your second favorite part on your bike?
Second favorite, maybe dropper post. Yeah, I'm going by, like, when you're saying favorite, I'm going up by what parts am I most obsessed about usually. Yes. Like, what are the first things I'm swapping out on a new bike?
Yes.
Tires is probably first, but I'm not as excited about those. Standard Maxxis, right?
Yes, yeah. So
dropper post, one up, the longest one you can get because of the length. I have more travel on my dropper post than I have my fork right now.
The one up, you have the new one, the 170.
Yeah, I had that on my Remedy because that's the max I could put on. But now that I got the Commensal, I can go up to 203. It is amazing to have. It's like you don't have a saddle. It's gone. 203. That's massive drop.
Look at that.
And I'm not even tall. I'm only 5'9", well, and I can use it.
I'm 6'3", and I ride a large bike.
Yeah, so one of these days you're gonna have a 300 dropper post.
I would not be surprised. I want to slam the one I have. I have 150, and I want more.
Oh yeah, go straight for the 203. And the great thing about the one up is it's got a really short body, so you're gonna get it in there. It's gonna.
Did I lose you?
Fit.
I might have lost you there for a second.
Oh yeah, you froze for a second.
Yeah, that's the one thing about live stream. It's just you never know. I got a storm going on around here. So
yeah.
Everybody
can't edit it
out. If we lose reception, then that's what's going on. Guys, go ahead and keep asking questions. You're doing so well. I want you to run the show. Ask Edward. Do you want to go by Ed or Edward?
Ed's fine. I've gone with Ed for like forever, but
what about Eddie?
I don't know. I feel like if you're calling me Eddie, I feel like you're my dad or something. He called me Eddie.
Did he? Oh, when you were in trouble, Eddie.
Yeah, not just Eddie, always, no matter what.
Okay, then we'll just stick to Ed, everybody. Ask Ed some questions so we can have fun. Oh, is there, Isma, I'm trying to think. Okay, is there a favorite Filipino dish for post-MTB bike rides? Yes, I want to know that. I'm hungry right now.
Not Filipino specific. We like bacon a lot. We're the weirdos that in between like rides up the lift, we're eating. We have just like really crispy bacon, always packed and ready to go to snack. Yeah, that's our in between trail snack ride bacon. We're weirdos.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I saw a post on everybody's wearing the face masks and everything. People joked about sprinkling bacon bits in their face mask on.
Oh, just munching on it?
Just munching on it as they're
Thanks for the idea.
That's awesome.
Oh, and Craig is saying and eggs. He's been with us a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Punisher. Yeah.
Ooh, you're getting like hard-boiled eggs as you're.
Yeah, we bring hard-boiled eggs and salt it. Well, not like hard. Yeah, you just gotta pack it right so it doesn't get like all eggy, and then your car smells like eggs.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I could see that ending bad. That's kind of scared me. So more about your guys' bikes. What kind of bikes did you say you had?
So now I have a Commensal Meta TR, 140 rear, 160 front. Originally I had a Remedy, 2017.
Okay, yeah.
And now I'm on a 29er. I used to be on like my current bike is just completely different from what I had before. It's so different.
How so?
So the older one had a more conservative geometry, and then now the new one has 20 millimeters more reach. It's so much longer, so much slacker. Now it's 29 wheels. I'm buzzing my butt on occasion now.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
And just everything about it. It's just so different.
You like
I'm
that
loving
29?
it though. Oh yeah, I actually love the 29 can plow through everything. And the longer geometry, I thought I wasn't gonna like it. I was like, oh, I'm a short dude, or at least average, I guess, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know about these new bikes. They're getting longer and longer. I don't think I can ride this. And then I tried it, and that aggressive position where you're like lean forward a little, it's actually really freaking nice.
That's awesome.
I love the bike. I'm obsessed with that bike. Have you noticed? It's like I'm just ranting about bike now.
You do some awesome trails around there on that bike. A lot of downhill stuff, don't you?
Yeah, we took it to Snowshoe right away. The videos are going to be out in maybe a couple months or so from that trip. Lost a lot of footage.
6 months ago, right?
I think it was just last month now.
Okay.
We did a decent amount of riding last month. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But by the time it's out, it's going to have 3 months or 4 are probably going to have passed. Sorry, guys.
What's your favorite thing about mountain biking since you started your YouTube channel? How much longer after? Yeah, answer this real quickly. How much longer after starting mountain bike did you start your YouTube channel?
I think about after like 4 months or 5 months after we started biking. Went from Huffies and green trails to XC bikes and blue trails, and then we got full suspension bikes, and then we're like, now we're going to Canada.
Do you do you find yourself ever missing the excitement of the trails because you're focusing on recording, or do you just go? I mean, you're more of that. I think your wife just goes.
My wife just goes. Yeah. The having the cameras and gear, it doesn't affect her too much because, like I said, she forgets it's there.
Yeah.
But I'm like really conscious about the fact that I'm recording. I'm always like trying to make sure that I mention what trail we're at. And like, if my wife said something, then I'll have to respond with something that provides context. So what she said isn't out of the blue.
Yeah.
Because I'm always thinking about the camera, and it does take away from the trail a little bit. So every once in a while, I like to just like, no cameras. I'm leaving the briefcase with all our camera gear at home and just ride.
I was going to ask that if you ever do that.
Yeah, we do. And then Corey will do something amazing. I'm like,
dang it.
Should have recorded. It was flipping great. She just said some funny stuff and did some amazing stuff, and I missed it.
Yep, that's normal.
So got to try and record as much as possible, but it's nice to take a break and just ride and not worry about, oh man, I got to spend 40 hours making this video work now because so much random stuff happened.
Where do you guys have planned to ride here in the future?
What do you mean by here, as in the YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube stuff.
Anywhere? Okay. Our next trip right now is going to be Blue Mountain in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So we've done Blue Mountain in Canada, but now we got to do Pennsylvania just because.
Okay.
So that's going to be the last trip for the year. So sometime this October, and the video for that is probably going to be out in like December or January. Who knows?
Okay. What kind of trails do you enjoy? Do you all like the most? Do you guys have the same kind of likes, or do you both like different stuff?
We both really like chunky, like gnarly terrain. We're more into high-speed tech. So high-speed tech just means it's lots of straights where it's really chunky, so you feel that suspension just like going like this. And on camera, it just looks amazing.
Yeah,
on the flow trail, making a video on a flow trail, it doesn't work as well because you could be going fast, but because it looks so smooth on video, it looks so slow.
Yeah.
So you have to be hitting 50-foot gaps to look, so that it
like
looks like anything.
Single track. When you're in small single track, the stuff going by you makes it look.
Yeah, everything's like zipping by, and there's like rocks and roots, and it just looks more exciting. And actually, is more exciting. I prefer surviving something where I'm like on the edge. It's like if I tap my brake here, I'm a dead man. Like I want it sketchy. And Corey loves that too. And add drops. She loves drops. Once you go on flow trails and jumps, then we're not that good at it. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like can't commit on the berms yet,
Do you how much travel did you say you have on your bike? 140?
140 on the rear, 160 on the front.
Do you find 160 on the front. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't find
my bike has like downhill almost geometry, even though it's not a lot of travel. I just needed to find a middle ground so I can still ride local stuff that's a little bit mellower. But if hit a really crazy steep drop, that head angle is going to save me a little bit if I nose it too much or something.
Yeah. What's the biggest? You see, I love drops. It's
Mhm.
like I'm terrible at jumping. I'm
Yeah,
getting
same
better.
here.
I'm
We're
getting
working
better.
on it.
Yeah,
We're
I'm working on it.
obsessively working on it.
Definitely working on it. But I am crazy about drops.
Mhm.
What's some of the biggest drops that you guys have done?
Uh, the biggest ones are maybe 10 feet from, 10, somewhere between 10 to 15 feet. And I'm measuring from like, this is the drop and this is the landing and this is where you land, right? Like,
Okay.
cause some people will like measure it where it meets up and it might be only 5 feet here, but by the time you land, right?
Yeah, it's 10, 15 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10, 15 feet. So along that range, we thought about doing the cupcake drop at the snowshoe,
Okay.
which has got to be like 20 feet or something.
Yeah.
Maybe like 25 once you go deep in the land. That's too much. We want to one day, but we're not ready for it yet.
Well, they make them so good that you can just send it and.
Everybody says that it's smooth. Have you tried that one?
No, I haven't been up there. I'm down
Gotta
here in
go.
Florida and am now just starting to venture out and
Mm-hmm.
ride some actual good trails. So
Oh, come on. You guys have amazing trails there. I've seen the videos.
we got some
Like,
decent stuff. I mean, we got Alafaya and Santos and all that kind of stuff. But
you got all the places to learn to jump. Michigan, like Southeast Michigan,
yeah,
there's literally nowhere where you can progress with your jumps. DT has some stuff, but it's already like you have to already know how to jump to clear that stuff. There's no like spot on the side
yeah,
where you can just.
we got some stuff down at Grapefruit Trails down
Mhm.
south, but that's still like 3 hours from where I'm at. And if I want to drive 3 hours, I can go somewhere better
Yeah.
and get some nicer stuff.
Our typical weekend involves driving 4 hours to get to where we want to ride.
I understand. I'm
Yeah.
really doing the same thing.
Things are far.
Now, a lot of your videos, you guys got couples with you. Do you guys prefer to ride with other people, or you two like to ride together, or do you guys like to ride by yourselves? Do you guys get out there and do that?
Usually it's just me and the wife, but a lot of the time, like my brother likes to ride and we work together. So when it's my off, it's his off. So a lot of the time we'll ride together and he'll bring his wife. So and on a lot of the videos, you'll see me and my wife and then my brother and his wife. So it's double date MTB.
That's awesome. Well, there's your new channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Double
Two
date.
couples and some bikes. I don't know. That actually sounds weird.
I don't like that one.
Yeah. Don't Google that just in case.
No, we're not going to get there. We're not
Yeah.
going to go there.
Nope.
Wait, that's the wrong button. I'm trying to get some more questions. Since everybody doesn't want to ask any questions, I have to think of the questions myself. What's your dream places to ride?
Whistler one day.
Of course.
Definitely want to go to the west side of the country and see what's
Yeah.
there.
Have you ever been down? Have you come down here? You
Haven't
said we
gone
got
that.
some good stuff, but
Yeah, it's past that 10-hour radius. So
yeah, it is
haven't
really
gone down
impressive.
as far as Florida. The furthest south we've gone so far is North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see.
But we'd love to ride all the crazy stuff in Canada one day and go to New Zealand.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that's
dude.
the ultimate dream. I want to like ride the whole world and just watch with a smile as my wife is like just losing her mind with how happy she is riding all that stuff.
That's awesome.
You wouldn't believe how often I laugh while I'm editing.
Yeah.
Like my wife could be at work and I'm all by myself. It's
Just laughing. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's again, that's totally cool. Wanting to build your channel off your wife's happiness. That's
Yeah, that's kind of just recording her doing her thing, and it's great.
so. Here's one. Your wife, we discussed, likes to crash.
Yeah.
Has there
It's a hobby.
ever been a bad crash?
Oh, Ben, yes. The worst one was at a local trail. We've ridden like some crazy stuff, and she crashes on a local trail. Just a really like a 5 seconds short section that's steep and fast.
Yeah.
And she just flew 20 feet in the air like Superwoman.
She's already done the drop.
Face
then.
first.
Cupcake drop. She just did it.
No, she could have done it at that distance. Yeah, basically. You're right. Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst. And that she had a mild concussion and everything, and for a few days she was a little off. That was like on some of the videos it looks really bad.
Yeah.
Like it looks terrible, but like no damage, nothing, not even a scratch. But that one really scared me. Really scared me.
Yeah. What about you?
I've had a few bad ones, but usually I just get a little bruised up. You can probably tell I'm like scars everywhere. There's random brown spots. But yeah, I think the worst one was a Blue Mountain. I went off a double drop and I tried to pass the second one and just do it as one single drop, and it did not work out well. Bruised a rib and it hurt for about 3 months. Still kept riding and recording videos though. You just hold your breath on the descents so it doesn't hurt as bad when you're getting shaken up.
Hold your breath and close your eyes.
Don't do that part, no.
So Octodad MTB Marty Richards is asking, what camera mounts do you like the most?
Do you mean like for when we're recording in general? Oh, I guess
in general, everything. What do you like? He didn't.
Well, like what mounting positions?
What's your setup? What is your setup for you?
Okay, well there you go. I can answer that. I'm sorry. If like maybe I misunderstood it or something. But yeah, I like chin mounted for me. The GoPro, having it on the chin. A lot of people like.
What's your way to mount that? How do you mount that on yours?
So I get one of those plastic like extension mounts and just cut a little slot for it and just stick it in there and zip tie it so it doesn't move, and then you just bolt on the GoPro right on the chin of the camera.
How I have.
Yep, and I just like it because it looks ahead. When you're turning, you're looking ahead of the turn. A lot of the time when somebody's hitting a turn fast, you're just staring at the berm because the camera, the chest is still pointed there, even though he's looking over there. So you never see ahead of the trail. And a lot of the time you're talking to people, you could be looking there, but your camera's here. And I like to hey, look over there. That looks nice. And it's actually freaking pointed.
You don't have to do one of these.
Yeah. I did do that at the beginning, chest mounted, and I just didn't like it. And I didn't want to wear a gimbal. I was like, no way am I adding more complexity to the setup. It's annoying enough.
It's not really fun. That's what I started with, and I mean, first off, you're hot and sweaty. You're already breathing bad, and now you have this tight chest strap.
More batteries to worry about too.
Do what?
More batteries to worry about too.
Exactly. Yeah, you do.
More complexity, and all that kind of more stuff to fail, and I want to avoid that.
Yeah.
And then
it's not fun.
No, but my number one favorite is the unicorn mount on my wife's helmet. The unicorn 360 camera.
It really is good.
I don't know if you've seen some of the videos where I don't just keep it static. I turn it like mid-ride. It'll go from her riding, point it at her, and then turn it. Yeah. And now it's the handlebar view from that.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah. It makes for some creative shots. It's frustrating and annoying to work with. It's a lot of work. It adds so much time to the editing. Yeah. But it adds that other layer of uniqueness that no other channel has. I think I'm the only one that does that. And if they were just like, if the clarity was as good as a GoPro, then we would both be wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a little blurrier, so I don't want to have the whole video just coming out of the Insta360.
And like it's good for the close-up underneath her visor.
Yep. If this is her visor, the camera's just like that, like a unicorn.
Doesn't weigh her head down?
It does weigh the helmet down on the front. So on the back, she has a power bank mounted.
Okay.
Yeah, so it balances the helmet out, and that way it's not just because at first she would just wear it on the front, but it would always the visor would fall and block her view, and that's not safe, right? Yeah, so then did the power bank, and that saves me from ever having to replace the battery. It lasts all day. I just keep it running 8 hours straight, no problem.
Did you think of that yourself?
Yeah. I just got annoyed with the battery swapping because it only lasts for 10 minutes sometimes if it's cold, 45 minutes if you're lucky. And so you could be riding and not even know that the battery died and she'll say something awesome and now I missed it. So got to keep that battery bank.
That's cool. Now does she want to keep doing the YouTube stuff? Does she enjoy it herself? She doesn't want to do any editing. She doesn't do it herself. She doesn't want to do any of the editing part or I was invited to a podcast before and she's like, you just do it. I just want to watch my anime. It's like, she doesn't want to, she's about the action and the adventure. Sitting in a chair for 1 hour is like, good luck, dude. You're not going to convince her. It's not happening. She does what she wants. She's a free spirit. What other kind of stuff do you guys like to do? You guys have any other hobbies or?
We like to work out. I guess anything we're very physical people, I guess. So we like being outside, out in nature. Oh, when you asked about mountain biking earlier, what was it that we liked about it? That was the thing. That's it right there. It's you're out in nature and the actual feeling of freedom.
Yeah.
Because you forget about, I have to go to work or I have to do this. Like once you're riding on the trails, it's like everything else. It doesn't exist. It's gone. You're just like fresh air. Because at home you could be watching Netflix and chilling, but in the back of your mind you're still thinking, I got a long to-do list,
Yep.
and I got to do all this stuff. You know.
Exactly. Exactly. What suggestions? You've been doing it for about 3 years now with this channel. What suggestions would you give a new YouTuber?
New YouTuber, perseverance.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like from what I've gathered, a lot of like being successful on YouTube. Not that I am. I only got like just a little over 3,000 subs. But from my perspective, it seems like it's all about perseverance. A lot of people get discouraged, maybe because they're going into it thinking, I'm going to be a gajillionaire. You got to do it because you want to do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it because you think it's going to make you rich. If you're lucky, you're going to make as much as you do in your day job. So if your goal is to do that, stick with your day job. This is hard. Making YouTube videos is hard. You be passionate about it. If you love what you're doing, you're going to love it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun, and just keep at it. Don't stop. Just don't stop.
What's your favorite part about your channel? What do you enjoy mostly about having a YouTube channel?
Yeah, man, I never really actually put any thought into that. But I think one thing that we really enjoy together, me and Corey, is 3 months down the line, we watch a video that we posted a while back and just looking back at the memories and stuff.
That's awesome,
because like
dude.
that's what Corey said. Like your channel might never, shoot off into the stratosphere and have a gajillion subscribers and all that. But we're always going to have this footage to look back to one day when we're old. Yeah. And like that thought, it's like we're thinking we're going to be in the nursing home one day, and we're just watching our MTB videos from 40 years ago. It's like, man, that's us. We did cool stuff,
We did cool stuff. I want to do that again.
Yeah.
Grab my wheelchair.
Man, 13 years in, we're still like newlyweds. And I figure it's probably still going to keep going until we're like 80 or something.
That's awesome. You guys got any kids or anything?
No, not yet. It's just me and Corey versus the world.
Yep, there we go. That's all that matters. That's awesome. Yeah. So, I like to ask some weird questions sometimes.
But I like weird. Go for it.
Well, here, hold on a second. Let's see. Will you ever do videos with Clint Gibbs?
I wonder if he's asking you that. You already did. Right?
Oh, it's Dawson. It's Dawson Gibbs. It's Dawson, his son.
Oh, shoot. Oh, look at that.
We got Dawson Gibbs on. What's up, Dawson? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I did one this past week. Or maybe saying he wants you guys to hook up.
Dude, I wouldn't mind if we want to talk about bike parts and bike gear. That'd be awesome. I try to make a couple of vids like that, I think, and it's like once your audience is used to the POV stuff, that's who you are. You're the POV guy. And if you start making a video where like this dropper post, it's great, it does this, it's like, that one doesn't get any views, I guess.
Yeah, he's asking if you will ever do videos with Clint Gibbs. So he wants
I
you
would.
guys to get together.
Yeah, sure, why not?
That'd be awesome, dude. Dawson, bro, you rock. That dude. I don't know if you ever watched Clint and his son Dawson Sins, bro.
Yeah, I saw him do some big drops, but that might have been a while ago. It's
I think he's done. We have Santos.
You get scary drops.
Yeah, he does. We got Santos down here, and I'm pretty sure he did the pro drop. I know.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, that's some awesome stuff. I had a question. Dawson, you made me mess up and forget everything. What I was saying. Well, poop. I'm gonna go straight to the weird, some weird stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
I like
you
to ask.
Drink something. I'm thirsty.
We'll have a drink together.
Fresh water.
Yummy. I like to ask my people to. This is Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour, and Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour is a hard thing to say. I like to have my people. It's okay, Dawson. He said, sorry for making me forget. I I like to make my people say Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour 5 times as fast as they can do it. It's stupid, it's dumb, and it might annoy some people, but it makes me laugh, and
It's
I enjoy
challenging.
it. It is challenging, and when I made it, I was like, that's really hard to do. I'm going to have people say it 5 times fast. So go ahead and give your best tongue twister
5 times?
5 times.
Shoot. All right. I'm gonna like have it written down in front of my face. That way I can read it. I think that's gonna make it easier. All right. Do I just go for it?
Go for it.
Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour. 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 Man, I thought I was really gonna get it.
You almost had it. Then you had
first three.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour.
Jeremy's Pedal Power Hour. So
Yeah.
I like to
It's
ask
going
also.
so well.
I like to ask also. Do you have a closing? Because we're coming close to finishing up here. Do you have a closing comment that you say at every single on every single video? Do you have a closing comment?
Yeah, it's usually thanks for joining us on this adventure, and we'll see you on the next one. And then Corey's like, goodbye.
That's awesome. You have those.
Pop out of that door right now and do that. That'd be freaking great.
You said she likes she likes animes, right?
Oh yeah.
You should have one of those little anime poof.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a cartoon, you know.
Oh, she'd love that if I started adding more anime stuff. Hey, if anybody there is a good artist, if you can make an anime cartoon version of Corey,
That'd be awesome.
get in touch with me. That would be great.
That's awesome. Well, let's see on here. We got one MTB has a drawing of himself, and that looks pretty sweet. Everybody's got one of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know where they get
I
them.
want one, but I'm not that good of an artist.
I'm terrible, and I see him all the time, and I'd love to have one, but I'm too much of a perfectionist that'd be like, I don't like it.
Yeah. I tried, and I've spent like 10 hours straight trying to make it, and it's like, no, it's ugly. Delete, and there goes 10 hours.
You throw your computer away. You can't throw up the piece of paper. You
10
throw your
hours
computer away.
gone.
That's awesome. So I don't know. Did I ask you where do you see your channel going here the next five years if YouTube is still around?
Oh man, 5 years from now, it'd be so cool to have a few 100,000 subscribers or something and be just traveling the world and riding trails.
A millionaire. You're a millionaire. Like you're doing toy reviews and
That's cool too, but like van lifing and traveling would be great because we're pretty like we can survive in a van. We've started from far worse. No need mentioning here.
Have you guys thought about doing the van life? Is that one thing?
Yeah, we would love to do that. We would love to do it. Yeah, because I remember the dorm in college where we had freaking nothing and just a light bulb and a dresser, and it was like a 10 by 10 room, and I was freaking happy in that thing. I don't see why a fancy van like that would be an upgrade through how I used to live 10 years ago. You know,
awesome.
So like easy peasy.
So
I'd love to do it.
Dawson just said they take a photo of themselves and draw over it to make those photos.
And that's how I tried to do it with me, and it took 10 hours, and it just I would need like one of those pen attachments maybe.
Do you have to do it on Photoshop?
Yeah, probably. I tried to do it on Photoshop. It's like I didn't use Illustrator or anything.
Because I don't have Photoshop and I don't know how to do it, and I would get too perfectionist and I'd get pissed off and probably punch
and then say goodbye to a day of your life.
Yeah, I would probably punch my screen and not want to do it.
I know the feeling. Some of these videos, I like out of a 40 hours of work in a video, probably 10 of it is just being so nitpicky with some tiny freaking thing that nobody's gonna notice anyway. Changing the font 50 times on a like corner note or something like
all
this.
The time.
Color grading,
I hate that.
redoing color grading from scratch, not liking it, redoing it again. And then I watch the videos and they all look the same. I end up with the same look anyway. It's like, what am I doing?
Okay, I've had a mouse, my mouse pointer on the screen this whole time, and there it is right on your face now. It's on your mouth. Okay, I just noticed that, and that's annoying me. So, bro, I thank you so much. It's been about an hour, and I had a blast with you. So thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. I hope your viewers didn't lose their hearing from all my.
The talking dude, I love it. Keep talking more. Everybody, go check out Ed's channel, the Duke of MTB. I have his. Let's see. I'll switch it and I can show it. Actually, I did this recently. Okay, you can go and check out the Duke of MTB. I have his link down in the description below. Go and check him out. Awesome stuff. Him and his wife go and write some awesome stuff and just have a blast. And it's not just POV. Get out there and watch it. It's POV vlogging, just having fun, having an adventure. And if anybody knows how to draw faces for people's logos, contact him and help him out.
Cartoon Corey.
Definitely. There you go. And get some anime. Poof. Poof. Symbols up there too. So again, thanks you so much, man. Like I say every single time, guys, make sure you lift up God, lift up life, lift up the adventure. Get out there, make your own adventures. Check out the Duke of MTB, and I will see you guys next time on Lifted Adventures and Jeremy's Pedal Power. God bless. Boom. Hit the end stream. I hate this part. This is always awkward. It's still going.